All right, get ready, because today we're taking a deep dive into IT contract staffing.
Sounds good.
This is something I know you've been digging into lately.
Yeah, definitely lots to uncover here.
You gave me a ton of stuff to go through, too.
Oh, yeah.
Case studies, marketing materials from a company called DSS Consulting, even a blog post.
Nice.
We're going to untangle it all.
All right.
We'll figure out what IT contract staffing actually is,
Okay.
why companies use it,
Yeah.
and the big question,
What's that?
could it be right for you?
Great question.
But first, get this.
Okay.
One of these sources says Hungary is a top 5 global contender for developer talent.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
It really makes you think.
What
Other hidden tech hubs are out there.
It is fascinating, isn't it?
Right.
It challenges our assumptions about where the best tech talent comes from.
So true. Okay, before we go down that rabbit hole,
Yeah.
let's start with the basics.
Sounds good.
What exactly is IT contract staffing?
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting.
What is it?
The terms IT contract staffing, IT team augmentation, and IT outsourcing.
Okay.
They all get thrown around
Yeah.
as if they're the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but there are subtle differences.
Hold on. Stop right there.
Oh, sorry.
You're right. I've seen those terms used interchangeably.
Yeah.
Could you quickly explain the difference between IT contract staffing, augmentation, and outsourcing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Simplest terms, IT contract staffing
Mm-hmm.
focuses on bringing in individual specialists
Okay.
for a specific project or
Okay.
time frame.
Gotcha.
Think of it like hiring a freelance expert.
Okay.
With IT team augmentation, you're expanding your existing team
Mm-hmm.
with external experts.
So you're making your existing team bigger.
Yeah, you're boosting capacity
Okay.
or adding specific skills.
Oh, I see.
And then there's outsourcing,
Right.
which involves handing off entire projects or functions.
Oh, so you give it to someone else to do entirely.
Yeah, to an external company.
Okay, so with IT contract staffing,
Mm-hmm.
it's more about bringing in a specific expert
Exactly.
for a limited time.
Yes.
Augmentation is about beefing up your in-house team.
Right.
Outsourcing is handing off the whole shebang.
Exactly.
Oh, get it.
And each approach
Yeah,
has its pros and cons,
of course.
depending on your needs, your budget,
Mm-hmm.
and your long-term goals.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for this deep dive,
Yeah.
we're zeroing in on IT contract staffing.
Right.
Just
Mm.
DSS Consulting Company.
Mm-hmm.
They're really into it.
It seems like it.
What do they say about why companies choose this approach?
Well, they focus on the 3 big advantages:
What are those?
speed, cost reduction,
Mm-hmm.
and flexibility.
Makes sense.
Companies can quickly bring in the expertise they need
Okay.
without that long process
Yeah,
of hiring full-time employees.
right.
Plus, they only pay for the time and skills they need,
Mm-hmm.
which can be a huge cost saving.
I
And
bet.
it lets them scale their teams up or down
Okay.
as needed,
Right.
which is super important in today's fast-paced business environment.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest,
What's that?
I'm a little skeptical.
I understand.
It sounds great on paper,
Yeah.
but are there any downsides to IT contract staffing?
That's a great question.
Right.
You're right to be skeptical.
Yeah.
There are potential risks.
Like what?
For example, communication
Okay.
and collaboration
Mm-hmm.
can be more challenging
Yeah,
with remote team members.
definitely.
And managing cultural differences can be tricky,
Yeah, of course.
especially if you're working across time zones
Right.
and continents.
Okay, those are important things to think about.
Definitely.
So it's not a magic solution.
Right?
It's about weighing the pros and cons.
Yes. Yeah.
Deciding if it's right for your situation.
Yes, exactly.
Makes sense.
And that's where choosing the right IT contract staffing partner is key.
Okay.
You need a partner who gets your needs,
Yeah.
has a proven track record,
Mm.
and can help you navigate potential challenges.
Right. Well, speaking of partners,
Yeah.
this DSS Consulting, they're based in Hungary, right?
That's right.
The same Hungary that's a hotbed for developer talent.
Yeah, that's right.
Interesting.
They make a pretty good case
Oh, yeah.
for their expertise in this area.
Okay, like what?
They've been around for over 20 years.
Wow.
They have a network of over 120 experts,
That's a lot.
and they specialize in different areas:
Such as?
custom software development,
Okay.
data stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and, of course, IT contract staffing.
Okay. I am intrigued,
Yeah,
but I need more than just marketing fluff.
sure.
Do they have any real-world examples of their work? What kind of companies have they partnered with?
Okay.
And what were the results?
They do actually provide some detailed case studies in their materials.
Wait. Before you jump into the case studies, let's back up a bit.
Okay.
You mentioned their network of experts.
Right.
But how do they make sure they're choosing the right people for the job?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want just any developer on my project.
You're absolutely right.
Right.
Skills are one thing.
Yeah.
But finding the right fit for your company culture and project dynamics is super important.
Absolutely.
DSS seems to understand this.
Okay, good.
They really emphasize a thorough selection process, including professional and HR interviews.
So they do both?
Yeah, to assess not just technical skills, but also soft skills.
Oh, okay.
And team compatibility. So they have a network.
Right.
They vet their experts.
Yeah.
And they've been doing this for a while.
A long time.
But what about their approach to IT contract staffing itself?
Yeah.
How does that actually work?
Well, they break it down into 7 key steps.
Okay.
Starting with a consultation phase, where they really try to understand your needs, your specific needs.
Right.
They go deep into the project scope, the required skills, even the company culture you're trying to maintain.
So it's a personalized approach.
Exactly.
They're not just using the same solution for every client.
Not at all.
Okay, good.
They don't stop at finding the right people either.
Oh, yeah.
They're involved in the whole process.
Okay.
From project launch to team assembly.
Right.
They even offer ongoing support and training. Now, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Support is key.
Oh, it's essential.
Especially with remote teams.
For sure.
And complex projects.
Right.
But tell me.
Yeah.
Can they handle a real crunch time situation?
Like what?
Like, what if I need a team put together, like yesterday?
Funny you should ask.
Oh, yeah.
They have a case study that deals with that exact scenario.
Really?
It involves a German energy company that desperately needed 2 software testing teams.
Oh, wow.
Set up ASAP.
Yikes.
Apparently 9 other suppliers couldn't handle it.
Wow.
But DSS stepped up.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, is it?
Before we get to that nail biter, I'm curious about something else.
Okay.
They keep talking about cost savings.
Yeah.
Are their rates really that much lower than, say, hiring someone locally?
That's a good question.
But if so, why?
You're right to ask why.
Yeah.
It's not just about lower wages in Hungary. They also say it's because of their efficient processes and their ability to leverage their partner network to optimize costs.
So potentially lower costs without sacrificing quality.
Right.
I'm starting to see the appeal here.
Yeah.
But before I get totally sold, let's hear about those case studies.
Okay.
I want to see how this plays out in the real world.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's start with that German energy company.
Right, the one that needed those testing teams in a pinch.
Exactly. Okay, so this German energy company, they were in a real bind.
I remember. 9 other companies turned them down, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
So how did DSS actually pull it off?
Right.
Did they, like, wave a magic wand and make these 2 teams appear overnight?
Not quite overnight.
Okay.
But close.
Okay.
They put together 2 teams.
All right.
Of 3 testing experts each.
Okay.
Plus a team lead.
Gotcha.
All within 2 months. And get this.
What?
They even had some last-minute candidate dropouts.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, talk about cutting it close.
Wow. How did they manage that?
Right?
Without, like, totally derailing the whole project.
Well, that's where their deep bench and their processes really come in.
Okay.
They apparently have backup candidates ready to go.
Oh, that's smart.
So they could quickly replace people.
Okay.
Without missing a beat.
So they were prepared.
It really shows their experience and how well prepared they are.
I'm impressed. 2 fully functional testing teams.
Yeah.
Up and running in 2 months.
In 2 months.
Even with those dropouts.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's pretty incredible.
But hold on.
Yeah.
These teams were based in Hungary.
Right.
But the clients in Germany.
Yeah.
How did they manage that distance? And, like, the communication?
That's a great question.
Right.
And they actually talk about it in the case study.
Okay, what'd they do?
They had regular working sessions at their office in Budapest to make sure everyone was on the same page.
Okay, so they got everyone together.
Yeah, and they had a dedicated project manager to oversee communication and coordination.
So they weren't just like, here's the team, good luck.
Definitely not.
They were really managing it.
They were actively involved in the whole process.
That makes me feel a lot better because You hear those horror stories.
Yeah,
about remote teams really struggling to communicate.
It's a valid concern.
Right.
But it seems like DSS has systems in place to avoid those risks.
That's good.
This case study shows that they can deliver under pressure.
They really came through.
And overcome those unexpected challenges.
Totally. Okay, so they handled that crisis like champs.
They did.
But what about a more, something more complex? You mentioned another case study with a German automotive company.
Yes.
This one's interesting.
Why is that?
It involved a team of 8 senior experts.
8?
8.
Okay.
Working on this intricate IoT project.
Okay.
That needed a very specific, high-level skill set.
Okay, this is where I get nervous.
Oh, yeah. Why?
Senior experts, lots of moving parts,
right?
Complex technology.
Yeah.
It seems like a recipe for disaster.
Oh.
If the team isn't totally in sync.
Yeah, I see your point.
What if there are personality clashes?
Okay.
Or different ways of solving problems?
You're hitting on something really important.
Right.
Team dynamics can make or break a project.
Absolutely.
Especially with a group of really experienced people.
Right.
And guess what?
Right.
This case study shows that exact challenge.
Seriously.
Yeah, they had some friction.
Within the team.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Did the project just fall apart?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
And this is where the value of a partner like DSS is clear.
Okay.
They had a dedicated project manager who stepped in to mediate and help the team communicate.
So they got everyone talking.
Exactly. They focused on creating a collaborative environment.
Okay.
And in the end,
the
team overcame their differences.
Good.
And worked together really well.
Oh, that's a huge relief.
Yeah.
So even when things get bumpy, DSS is there.
To smooth things out.
Yeah.
And keep things on track.
And
guess what? Right. The client was so happy.
Oh, yeah.
They gave DSS 4 more projects.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a serious endorsement.
It is.
Okay, so we've seen them handle that pressure situation.
Right.
Like really quickly.
Yeah.
And we've seen them deal with, tricky team dynamics. On a long-term project.
On a long-term project.
It seems like they've got it all covered.
They really do.
They make a good case.
And remember, their rates are lower than typical Western European levels.
Right.
Which makes them even more attractive.
I know. That cost advantage is hard to ignore.
Right.
Especially when you think about their experience, their expertise, and their proven track record.
Exactly.
But let's not forget that first question.
What's that?
Is IT contract staffing right for you?
Right. We've talked about what it is, why companies use it, and how DSS does it.
Right.
Now we got to step back and think.
About?
Does it fit your goals, your situation?
Exactly. There's no one solution that works for everyone.
Right.
It's about making smart decisions.
Yeah.
Based on your own needs and priorities.
Absolutely.
So what are some key takeaways from all this that you think will be helpful to like our listener who's thinking about IT contract staffing?
Okay, great question.
I think the first thing is that IT contract staffing, it's not just some, trendy buzzword.
No, definitely not.
It's a real solution for companies of all sizes.
Right.
From tiny startups to giant corporations.
Exactly.
Who need to, get those specialized skills quickly.
Yeah, and efficiently.
And efficiently, right.
Absolutely.
And it offers some pretty awesome benefits.
Yeah, like what?
Speed. Cost savings. Flexibility.
Yeah.
But we can't forget.
Right.
There are potential challenges, too.
Right. There are some things to be aware of.
Like we talked about. Communication. Cultural differences.
Right.
Managing remote teams.
Yeah, those can be tricky.
All things to really think about.
Definitely.
Before you dive in.
You got to choose the right partner, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Someone who understands those complexities and has experience and processes in place.
To handle it all.
Right. To navigate those challenges effectively.
So as we wrap up this deep dive. What would be your final piece of advice for our listener? Who's thinking about, exploring this whole IT contract staffing thing?
I'd say first, figure out what you need. Be really clear about it.
Like, what are your pain points?
Exactly. What skills are you missing? What's your budget?
Right.
Once you know that,
you
can start researching partners. And figuring out if they're a good fit.
Great advice.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask those tough questions.
Definitely not.
Really dig into their experience, their processes, their track record.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
Exactly. It's not just a one-time deal.
Right. And remember, the world of work is changing fast.
It really is.
IT contract staffing is just one example of how companies are adapting
to this new way of working.
Exactly. Embracing flexibility, tapping into global talent.
It's an exciting time to be in tech.
It really is.
Well, on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the world of IT contract staffing.
Sounds good.
Hope you learned some valuable stuff.
Yeah, me too.
And you're feeling more confident about making those decisions for your next project.
Right.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep diving deep.